What's up, Michael? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Hey, welcome back. I guess sixth year, right?
Yeah,
What went
68.
into that? It's a long time, man. What went into that decision?
Yeah, really just having the opportunity to come back. Couldn't really pass it up from Coach B and talking to him over winter break and stuff. And um, especially what we did last year and the potential to build on it. I just think it's a really great opportunity.
Are you staying in the fullback tight end mold, or are you switching up again?
Yeah, as far as I know, I will be a tight end fullback until further notice. I mean, you never know where I could play next. So yeah.
Coach B said something interesting in talking to him after the season. He said there was a moment during the year that you and him had a discussion, and you said like maybe it's not showing up in the wins and losses or all that, but you guys felt a change inside the Smith Center. Can you describe that feeling and like how did you know that like maybe this is turning even if it wasn't a string of wins there?
hmm Yeah, I kind of felt it from the beginning, honestly, because it's like we established a culture that we never really had, uh, a couple years ago, a couple years prior. So really, I don't know if it's just because I'm an older guy that's seen a lot or not, but I felt it from the beginning, and that culture just kind of grew, and everyone really bought into that culture, and you really saw that effect towards the later end of the year where we were really hitting our stride. I wish we could continue to play. I wish we got that bowl game that A&M opted out of, but um, we could build on it for next year, and hopefully we're not in that position next year.
What does that change feel like? What culture do you feel like it's established?
Just tough, smart, dependable football players. That's how we want to mold up, you know, the players around the building and the team and everyone getting behind that. Just doing your job, putting the team first, doing all that, and those wins will come, and that's what we all want in this building.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
You want to go next?
Bob, you can go. You were in the meeting before me.
Okay. Hey, Michael, congrats on this. I'm sure this is a lot of fun to have this know what you're going to be doing next year. I'm going to ask you about your brother. Did he play in the ball game this year, the Citrus Bowl?
Yeah, he played. I was actually there.
That's my next question. Were you there? So
Yeah.
I like.
Mhm.
How was that? How was that for you to sit there and watch? I assume you kind of felt like I wish this was me.
Yeah, that was a time where I didn't know that I was coming back. So
Okay.
sitting in the stands, like it honestly kind of hit me like, man, like I would love to be out here playing football. I was really jealous of my brother because it was an awesome atmosphere in Orlando. Like Kentucky travels pretty well.
Right.
Iowa obviously travels pretty well. So, and it was a really great game to the end of the game. Unfortunately, my brother and Iowa didn't pull it out. But yeah, that was an awesome experience to watch him play out there.
Is he back or is he done with football?
That is, I'm pretty sure that's up in the air right now.
Oh, really?
I think, I don't know too much. I don't want to like speak for him, but I think Coach Ferentz and him have been talking about coming back or potentially doing a pro day for the NFL.
Okay.
So
You guys are the same age, right?
yeah. So,
right. So,
but I'm not sure. I would actually have to. I'll probably talk to him about it tonight.
oh, really? Was it weird playing against him all these years or not?
Maybe the first year, just going up against him was a little weird, just because we've done everything together. We played next to each other all our lives. So, but as the years went on, not really. It was more just the competitiveness that we grew up on. We were always competitive with each other, competing against each other, and that just kind of came out. And obviously I know guys on his team, he knows guys on, our team, and our teammates just kind of got into that competitive mindset, like, they're going to play for us, it felt like. So it was just really fun over the years. Unfortunately, they beat us every year, but
You
yeah,
get another-
that's
you
one
get
that's
another
one
shot.
thing I would
Yeah.
take back.
You get another shot though. You get to play
Yeah, exactly.
them again for sure. Last thing, you got a scholarship last year, got put in a scholarship. I assume that carries over. You're not going to have to come up with grad school money or anything, right?
I believe so. I hope so.
Like that, Brad. I'm hoping that's because that's about a lot of money, isn't it? Right?
Yeah, it's pretty expensive, but I mean, I'll do anything to play football again. Really, I just love the game.
Where are you school wise? I know you got your degree and you're working on masters. Or are you done with the masters? Will you be? It's kind of what's the plan for next year for you? That way.
Yeah, so I'll finish my master's degree after this semester. So my
Okay.
undergrad was in economics. My master's degree right now is in business management. So next year I'll have to pick up another master's, which I was actually just talking to Brett about that, which is pretty stressful.
Oh, really? You not sure what it'll be?
Probably somewhere in the business world, either accounting, finance, or I mean, I was thinking about MBA, but I'm not sure how that'll go. But yeah, something with just concentration. I'm pretty interested in real estate actually, so
Okay.
that'd be pretty cool to mold
No
together.
party is thinking about coaching?
Actually a little bit. Coach B actually talked to me a little bit about that. I won't get too specific in the details, but yeah, maybe down the road.
Business majors make a lot more money initially, so
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. That's what I've heard.
yeah. Thanks, Michael.
Thank you.
Hey, Michael, I also kind of wanted to ask you about your brother and the Iowa game. I don't think we got an opportunity to speak with you after that game, considering the emotions that went into that game for you, with it being his senior day. What was it like to be able to meet him at, center field on the Hawkeye and be able to have that moment with him? Can you describe what that was like?
Yeah, that was actually pretty crazy. And give all the credit to Coach Bielma, Coach Ferentz, Mark Torsani. I think Tyler Barnes over there did a lot of the heavy lifting. So give all the credit to those guys. They made it work. Just a really special moment for me and my family. Just being out there with him and being on the Tiger Hawk and in front of all those fans was, I mean, it was wild. So it's just a really special moment that me or my family will never forget.
What was that like to be able to do that with your brother? Obviously, that's not something I think you ever like grow up dreaming about, but what did you guys kind of say to each other? Because it's like 5-10 minutes later, you're facing off against each other on the field.
Yeah, I mean, out there, I just said, congratulations, you earned this. No matter what anyone says, like, you've earned everything you've gotten here, and it shows. And you're a big part of that program, and big part of the success that they've had over the years. So really, that's just what I said. I loved them. Took a couple pictures, and yeah, I mean, sorry to get a little emotional, but it was just a really special moment. And then had to lock in after and get right to it.
You said that Coach B kind of had something to do with the planning of it. Obviously, your guys' whole like mantra or saying is the family with the 2 L's. Did he approach you about that idea, or how did that kind of all come together? Do you know?
So me and my brother were originally talking about it, seeing if that was possible. It was just fortunate that the date lined up on his senior day that we were playing there. And I believe Coach Ferentz reached out to Coach Bielma, if I'm not mistaken. And then they just kind of texted back and forth, and we had a conversation, and they were all for it. So, I mean, thank you again to them. Like, they were awesome with it.
And then what do you think that moment was like for your parents to be able to have the both of you guys out there in different uniforms, but on the same field for, I guess at the time, what was thought to be potentially the last time you guys would do that?
Yeah, I mean, for them, it was really special. I think I have a picture on my phone that's like, you could see my mom at one of the angles. She's like bawling her eyes out. So just to show that emotion. And my dad, I also saw a video of my dad like trying to pump up the crowd or whatever. So yeah, it's just pretty special moment. I think just for both of them, my dad went there. So like being in that stadium again with the both of us playing, it was just special for him, and my mom just seeing two youngest sons go out there and compete. I mean, it's just really special for them.
And then last one, I guess I've got, I think after the game, you guys were able to embrace again. What was your guys' kind of message to each other? Did you say, we got to get one more? I got to beat you at some point here.
Yeah, I mean, I just, went up to him and be like, hey man, a good game, tough game. Got us again, unfortunately. But I didn't really know what was going on like in the future. I was just, obviously disappointed that we lost that game, and he's very gracious about that. He understands like the work that we put into. So not a lot of talk after the game. Just I'll see you after, like get out of the locker room as fast as possible so we can go see our family. We had like a bunch of family members there, so that's really all I said. Like, we got to go meet all these people out front of the stadium. So
that's all I've got. Jersey swap coming in the future.
I hope so. I mean, that's the goal, right? That's what I got to talk to him. If he's like, he's going to do a pro day, hopefully, get into the NFL, and maybe one day I'll be there as well. So hopefully that'd be freaking sweet.
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You guys call each other anything, any nicknames, or just your names? Yeah,
I mean, we call each other like all the time, and I actually talked to him today, and we just, I don't really know our conversations. Like, I just call him like all the time. Like, I was talking to him last night, call him today. I'll probably talk to him later tonight, and just a good relationship that we have.
Is there any nicknames you guys use for each other? No.
I mean, I call him Hen, just because it's short for Henry.
Right.
I mean, he calls me Mike. It's just like, I think everyone calls me Mike except for like my mom. And
we in the paper, right?
Yeah.
Mike, you would rather be called Mike in the paper or not?
Oh, I don't mind. Mike or Michael, doesn't matter. All my social medias are under Michael, just because I like to keep it formal. But
sure.
Yeah, Mike or Michael, it doesn't matter.
Better in business world, Michael. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I got one more for you. So you're sitting at the Citrus Bowl, right? Like, you don't really know what this year is going to be. How did you decide? Or did you know, like, when the season ended, like, if I could run this back one more time, I will? Or did you need a little prodding? Like, how did this all come together?
Really, at the end of the year, I actually thought it was over, because I didn't redshirt throughout my career. Even my true freshman year, I played 5 games. So, yeah, I thought it was over. And then, I won't get into too much detail on how it went down, but just thanks to Coach Bielma, Mark Torsani, and the compliance staff, communicating with the Big Ten and the NCAA, and got me another year, and here I am.
Was there anything that you would have been like, I mean, maybe any way the season would have gone last year that you would have been like, you know what, that's it for me. Like, I'm not trying to do this, or I don't know if that makes sense at all.
No, not really. I think I understand where they're coming from. I mean, I just love the game. Like, regardless, I was going to try to play anywhere. And I was actually, like, after the year, I knew for a fact, granted, I had no eligibility at the time. I knew for a fact I was going to, go to the pro day, train for pro day. And that's actually what I was doing until like 5 days ago. So I just love the game of football, like staying in the game of football. I mean, it's just a joy for me. You know, there's so many like life lessons that you can learn from the game and stuff like that. So I just wanted to stay in the game as long as possible, playing it, because that's what I love to do. So yeah, I mean, I think I understand where you come from, like, but I've always wanted to stay in the game.
How'd the conversation go with Coach B when he told you like, "Hey, all clear, thumbs up on our end"? What was that like?
It was crazy. So, I mean, he texted me like a week before the official announcement, like, "Hey, got passed by the Big Ten. We just gotta wait for the NCAA." And then I was actually in the locker room. I just got done with tank training for pro day. I was just in the locker room scrolling on my phone, and Coach B called me and told me the news, and I literally just jumped up and might have said a couple expletives, but I was just really excited to hear that news that I was back, and um, having Coach B want to give me that opportunity, I'm really grateful for it.
Two more for me, if I could. Where did you get the meme announcement idea from?
That's funny because I mean, there's a little story behind it. I think I was scrolling Twitter or something, and I saw like a GIF of it. I was like, all right, this is hilarious. And then when like I had the announcement, I asked my buddies back home, and I was like, should I use this to like announce? And they were like, you got to, you know. So I put out the original tweet, and Coach Bielema actually called me right after. He was like, yeah, the media guys like Brett and the media staff wanted to do like an official thing. I was like, all right, so do you want me to delete the tweet? He was like, no, I mean, you don't have to. I was like, I'll just delete it and, you know, let Brett take care of me. And but I told Brett after I posted like the official thing with the edit, I was like, I had to keep the Simpsons meme in there. I just had to.
Are you a Simpsons fan?
I mean, I like the Simpsons. I don't watch it like religiously,
Yeah.
but I think it's a good show. It's been on forever.
Yeah,
So.
no kidding. Last one, like 6 years here. Obviously, this place means something to you. What does it mean to you? What's so important about it that gets 6 years out of you?
I mean, it's just a special place, especially growing up, you know, in Illinois in the Midwest, in Big Ten country. You know, just playing for your home state is different. You know, the relationships that I've made here are lifelong. The education that I was able to receive here has been awesome, and I look forward to continuing that. And I just love the university, and I feel really comfortable here.
Have you made Coach Lonnie promise you a chance for a touchdown this year finally?
You know what's crazy about that? Me and Brett were just talking about that. We got to get in the end zone. So that is like a big goal of mine. I've came like a yard short my sophomore year and 2 yards short my senior year. So there's something's got to break. I'm going in the wrong direction.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Welcome back.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
Michael. Hey, this is John Kerr with the Kerr Report newsletter in the Chicago area. And hey, remember covering you when you were at Stevenson High School, and you caught plenty of touchdown passes, when you were there. So I'm sure you'll get one in Champaign. A couple questions for you. One is a lot of conversation now in college football about the transfer portal and this sort of free agency era in college sports. You've obviously taken the long view there at Illinois with an undergraduate degree and now working undergraduate diploma now. What advice would you have if you had a junior in high school or a senior in high school that was looking at colleges and want to play college sports and wanted to say, hey, what questions should I be asking right now? How should I be evaluating a college so I can stay there for 4 years or 5 years and graduate and have the kind of career that you have had, as opposed to jumping in and out of the portal and going that free agency route?
Yeah, definitely. I think mainly it's about, you know, the relationship that you make with whoever's recruiting you. If you feel comfortable with them, I mean, they're in your life. Like when you leave high school, they're in your life like every day. So it's important to have a good relationship with them and to know that they're genuine and they're looking for the best interest in you. I think that's really important. And sometimes, in my opinion, that recruiting can kind of sway that. Like people aren't really looking for the best interest of the kid. So I think that's important to measure. I think Coach B, does a great job of that. He's very genuine, down to earth. He'll shoot you straight. I don't think people should be looking for any cookie cutter answers or, someone beating around the bush. You'd rather just have it straight and just people like that are going to be real with you. And, I think that's a big part of like evaluating, who you're going to be with for the next 4 years, 5 years, maybe even 6 years. And obviously there's more that goes into that, like strength and conditioning programs, stuff like that. But the relationships are the biggest part for me, in my opinion.
Last one, you caught passes at Stevenson from Aiden O'Connell, now at Purdue, who I think announced, back in December that he was going to go back and take that 6 year too. You still have a relationship with Aiden? You stay in touch with him? And what are your thoughts on his career and how he's developed at Purdue?
Oh yeah. I've known Aiden since I was in like the 5th grade. So we're still really good friends. We, talk all the time. I'm sure you knew how talented he was in high school. And I don't think anyone else saw that talent except for the people that were really close to him. This guy, he's crazy smart, incredible arm. He gets knocked for his athletic ability, but as a quarterback, that just his decision making is on point, got the quick release, perfect ball. Guy's a talent to watch, and his journey is just incredible. I remember he committed to Wheaton College. He was D3 out of high school, and he was just thinking about, man, do I really want to go to this D3 school? And we're like, you have the talent to be a Division I quarterback. So he committed to Purdue, and we were all pretty happy for him. And you could just see his work ethic come to fruition. He was like the 8th string quarterback when he got there. Now he's a second team all Big Ten. The guy's just incredible. And, I obviously hate playing against him because I know how good he is. He's just an incredible talent, and he's worked for everything that he's got, and he's earned everything that he's gotten.
Yeah, and also Michael, guy who stayed, right? I know you say he transferred from Wheaton, but a guy who probably could have left and jumped into the portal, but he stuck around, right? It's something to be said for that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he just, trusted his coaches and trusted the program at Purdue, and that really came to what it has been now. He's starting quarterback for a reason. They're winning games. They won that big game against Tennessee in the bowl game. That's just a credit to him, that coaching staff over at Purdue, and that program at Purdue, and they've done a great job with him, and I'm really proud of him and for his development and everything that he's gone through ever since, when we were kids and we, talk about this to now. It's just crazy. So I'm really proud of him, and can't wait to compete against him next year.
And if you decide to go into coaching, Michael, after you finish, there might be a spot for you in Coach Becker's staff. I think up at Stevenson, man.
Yeah,
Coach Mack is still there, man. I think
Coach Mack is back. We got to get the program back on the right track, and I'm sure those guys are going to do a great job there at Stevenson. So, I talked to them. I went over there a couple of times over winter break and just talked about the football program and seeing what was going on. And, that school has totally changed since I left because it's crazy there. But I would love to go back and contribute at Stevenson.
Hey, a great talking to you, Michael. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, you guys all good?
Thanks, Michael.
Thanks, Michael. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
See you this
Appreciate
year.
it.
Bye.